them mold your mind. They wanna control mankind. Seems like their only intention is to exploit the earth. Hey, and you trust in their deceit. Your mind causes your defeat.
Welcome to Unstacking the Deck. I'm Jason Robo, and this is
Beattie.
And this show actually started as a radio program on KRFH, Radio Free Humboldt at Humboldt State University. And now we're bringing it live to form of video, streaming online, and airing on Access Humboldt.
Yep, this is going to be a show dedicated to a discussion of tyranny and liberty worldwide, as well as what's issues that are going on locally. We plan on trying to digest news, have guests, have feature documentaries and books. We hope to be able to bring all of you good people out there in the Redwood Nation some good news and some good information to help you go about your lives safely.
The title of the show, just to break it down, is Unstacking the Deck, because generally the entire sphere of politics and economics that I have referred to earlier is completely rigged. Thus, the deck is stacked. And so we have no business sitting at the table, let alone even entertaining that these systems that exist currently are going to ever do anything to serve us as a people, rather than the interests of a small handful of elites in high places. And you're going to continually learn more and more about these individuals as you watch our show.
Yeah, we're going to try and give a history, every week of issues that concern liberty and tyranny all throughout human history. Because, of course, most of recorded human history has been a series of abuses by small minorities of people, abusing the vast, population, using them as serfs and peasants and slaves and the rest. And all of these things should be exposed and talked about, and people should be paying attention to stuff like this. It's vitally important for people's futures.
Generally, our segments are going to be, we'll have a word of the week, we'll have local news, state news, a local profile of an activist or governmental organization or nonprofit, also books of the week and other forms of media, history segment, a weekly interview, national news, international news, documentary feature, a section with some advice, a preview of next week, and a quote of the day is what we'll top it all off with. And so that's what you can expect every week, but we'll have an evolving format with your feedback, and we'll make modifications as necessary to perfect our ability to fight the info war and
relay the information that you guys need. Just trying to get it out there. We're going to do the best we can, and we hope that everyone appreciates it.
Well, I was born in Massachusetts, in Worcester. And my father was in the Navy, so I moved around the country a lot, had a lot of different experiences with lots of different people I've met. And I've always challenged authority in public schools instinctually, gotten in quite a bit of trouble of it. And only recently, in the last few years or decade or so, did it start to make any sense to me as I learned about our education, politics, and economic systems are completely controlled by the elite. Anyways, I studied at community college at San Diego Community College at Miramar's, where I graduated my AA, came to Humboldt, studied political science, economics, and a minor in history. I was an activist in HSU Normal, National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws, also in 9/11 Truth, and was elected in student government, subsequently as a student revolutionary, illegally impeached from office, and then soon after was removed from a presidential election. And the ACLU came forward, Redwood ACLU came forward and noted that that was scandalous. As a result of all that stress, did not actually finish my economics major, had a financial aid limitation, couldn't repeat that semester, so I had to minor in that. Details are available on my profile if you'd like to learn more about that.
I grew up in Santa Cruz, California, and I've lived here in Humboldt for about 5 years or so. I did 2 years at Humboldt State University, finishing up my degree, which I did most of the time at Community College in Santa Cruz. I have a degree in political science, and I am hoping that we will be able to discuss lots of issues that will be concerning all the things that have been going on in the world, concerning liberty and tyranny amongst all people, because it's pretty much a vital issue that everyone should be discussing, I would say. I have done a bit of activism working in the 9/11 Truth Group, also going against the war before the Iraq War was started, and I hope to be able to also bring those experiences into play while we discuss these issues with you, the public, and everybody else that we'll be having on as guests.
We also encourage everyone to check out our website. It is unstackingthedeck.ning.com. unstackingthedeck.ning.com, and we'll post all of our content there, basically like a works cited of all the things that we bring up, because we can only go into so much depth within an hour. So it's up to you to do your own homework, make your own judgment. Don't believe everything we tell you and that we're telling you what to do exactly with your lives and what to perceive, but to do some actual research to those facts and not simply be spoon-fed your reality by the mass media.
Yeah, we're simply just trying to bring up issues here that are going to probe people's minds, make them think about stuff, and make them try and connect dots for themselves. Don't take our opinion for anything. These are only our opinions, and they also don't reflect those of Access Humboldt or any of the people associated with them.
Each show we're going to have an interview, and today we have Gregg Roberts. He's a co-author of a peer-reviewed journal article on the content of the World Trade Center rubble, the dust containing thermite, active thermite.
This has been a paper that was put out in the Open Chemical Physics Journal and is now being peer-reviewed by other scientists. We hope that this type of thing will give more exposure to this issue and to this paper that many people might not even know about.
The word of the week is liberty, which as defined by the American Heritage Dictionary is the condition of being free from restriction or control, freedom, the right to act or believe as one chooses.
This comes from the Latin word liber and has obviously been a part of Western culture and many other cultures, the concept for all of mankind in recorded history. And for good reason, because for an often lot of time, for most people, there hasn't been very much liberty. We would like to extend liberty to the rest of everywhere in the world, including ourselves, and try to preserve the liberty that we do have here.
We seek to bring liberty to you, our viewers, via the power of knowledge, and currently it's consolidated and controlled by the hands of a few, and thus creates an omnipotent-like power force, but we're here to shatter that.
Yep, that's why we're here trying to put out our own type of media, our own kind of news, trying to inspire other people to do the same thing. I think we can all get out there. We don't have to only listen to the corporate media, to CNN and Fox News and the rest of it. There are other places to get your news. There's other ways to learn about what's going on. And reading is probably the top one, but we're going to give this to you here in a live format to try and make it more digestible.
This episode's local news starts with a story from the North Coast Journal. The name of the story is Wastewater, written by Ryan Burns. The story goes on to explain that the Eureka Redevelopment Agency owes $5 million to the city, but at the same time it says that there's no debt in reality. This is at a time when rates are set to jump 75% for residential water and sewer bills. This money that's owed by the redevelopment agency to the city is required by city code to be paid back annually and with interest. Some of these projects that is owed for date back more than 25 years. The Eureka Redevelopment Agency is actually an interesting entity because it's, in essence, it is a loophole by which the city is able to take on financing that they wouldn't be able to do otherwise. The name of this type of financing is tax increment financing, and it's a debt-fueled form of financing that the city is not able to take on as a form of debt. So as a result of this loophole, we will see what happens with the rates locally at a time when businesses like Lost Coast Brewery say that their business expenses are set to jump by $60,000 annually due to wastewater expenses when the water is actually going in the bottles that we all drink and it's not going into a waste cycle.